Hello YouTube. So today we're taking a look at another large search flashlight. This is from LEDLenser. LEDLenser has been around in South Africa for quite a few years. This is obviously one of the bigger models. I'm not sure if it's quite the biggest, but it is one of the bigger models. 7-year warranty, rechargeable, 4,500 lumens, 720 meters throw, IP54 waterproof. It's got an advanced focus system, X lens technology. This is the P18 work flashlight. So in this box you get the rechargeable battery, the flashlight, the charger, and yeah, it's quite an interesting. There you can see sort of the contents of the pack. Everything is there. It's a magnetic charging cable, rechargeable battery, USB power adapter, hand strap, and of course the torch with this whole rubber sort of environment. So it's quite an interesting light if you compare it in price range to sort of things like the Olight Marauders and stuff, which do have a higher lumen rating, but they're also a lot more expensive than this guy. Now, as I said, LEDLenser has been around for a long time. They are supported by awesome tools in Cape Town, so you do know you're going to get local support for these. Let's check out the actual flashlight. Right, so here we have the LED P18R work flashlight. As you can see, it is quite a substantially big light. You've got the three sort of LED heads in there, this front sort of rubber cover, black rubber cover, lanyard attached, and you've got this mode button. You also have the magnetic mount for recharging the battery here. Battery rides inside at the back, plugs in, and it is replaceable. The mode button itself has some options on it. Green, battery is good. Battery starts running lower, I believe it flashes red or orange. If you power on, wait a few seconds for the light to go off. Now if you power off, it powers off. However, if while the green light is still on, you can cycle through the modes. Dimmest, then it's got like a strobe mode, off. Now if you switch it on after that, it'll retain that mode, but if you switch it off now while it's still green, you go on high. Now it's off, you switch it off, it will retain. Switch it back on, it's on high. Switch it to low, for example, wait for it to go off, switch off. When you switch on now, it'll be on that same mode you last left it on. So it's quite a smart sort of system whereby it knows where last you left the light and you're able to return. So I think the last thing left on this flashlight is for us to wait for tonight and to compare this guy to the Marauder 2 and see how it stacks up. Before we do that, let's actually do a quick comparison on the size of this versus the Marauder 2. So here we have the LEDLenser work and the Olight Marauder 2. What you will notice is the Marauder 2 is shorter, but it's actually all around a bit of a smaller light, a lot more capable. Obviously it's also a bit heavier, a little bit thicker around the handle as opposed to this one here, but for all intents and purposes very similar sort of design, different size, different scale, and of course different power levels, different modes of operation, but both really great, really powerful rechargeable flashlights. Let's wait for sundown and let's do a comparison between these two so you guys can see how this LEDLenser P18R work stacks up. Hey guys, so here we are on a nice load shedding evening, and we're going to quickly do a comparison between the LEDLenser P18R work and the Marauder 2. So just to remind you guys what the Marauder 2 looks like. Here we have the Marauder 2 out on low power, and there we have the Marauder 2 opened up on a normal wide beam, so you guys get to see how far that goes. And of course you've got that spot beam, incredible power. As you know, that is the Marauder 2. So right now we're going to power up the P18R work on wide, on maximum power. Now as you can see on wide, you've got quite a nice wide beam, but you don't get that same throw down onto those trees. If however you zoom, or even you zoom slightly, you can see that you do then, however, get down to those trees. And then on the full zoom, that's pretty much your beam angle there. And of course, you're now hitting those trees, no problem at all. So there you have it over there. And again, a reminder, just to give you an idea of how powerful the Marauder 2 actually is. There it is. I mean, P18 work. I can switch it off, switch it on, Marauder 2 off, Marauder 2 on. It's, yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The Marauder 2 is definitely a far more powerful light. However, you're getting a pretty decent throw of light from the P18 work, and of course when you zoom in, you do get a really workable distance out of it. So yeah, there is that. And of course, the main difference being the Marauder 2 is switched to a spot. This one, you can obviously adjust it however you like for whatever use. So maximum power, maximum, medium power, zoom with medium power, still pretty good. Low power, zoom with low power, yeah, that's pretty weak. And then of course you have your strobe function. So there you have it. That is the P18R work. Zoom out, zoom in. Still a really decent beam of light and great for doing any searches, outdoor activities, etc. That's really cool. Cheers for now, everyone.